What's up, everybody? This is your boy Darius, and y'all are back with me in the studio for another episode. I'm so thankful for all the support that you guys have been giving to this platform, to this channel, and the feedback has been amazing. And I'm just excited about all the content that I'm able to bring you guys, the friendships that I have, the people that I know in this industry who have been so gracious enough to lend their time to this platform. I'm so thankful. It's been a blessing to you. So today we have an amazing guest. I want y'all to give it up for my new friend and brother, Stacey Lamont Sydnor. What's up, man? How you doing?
I am amazing. How are you, sir?
Man, I am blessed. I'm blessed.
No complaint.
Good, man. It's amazing, man.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's so amazing to have you on here because I was introduced to you just by seeing you on TV first. Last year, I believe it was, at the Stellars, I believe, right? You were playing percussion for the Stellar Awards. You was hit with my good friend Josh Foster. Correct. And the rest of the guys. And
that's my boy.
Man.
Yes, sir.
So I immediately called Josh and said, "Who is this playing percussion?" I was blown away.
Oh, wow.
I was blown away, man.
I'm honored. Man, I've been listening to you play for a minute. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So through that, man.
Learn the hobby. Learn the hobby down.
Thank you, man.
He could, Uncle Fred, but he just said, go.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, man. That was funny, man. That was like one of the first songs like that they gave me the opportunity to really kind of stretch out, like on a recording, you know. So, man, yeah, really? that was fun, man. In fact, I want to say that was me and Marvin McQuitty. Marvin put some stuff in there as well.
No. He was blazing, but being that I play both, so of course I missed the both of you from different perspectives.
Yeah.
I can hear him on the left ear, but you on that right side.
Yeah.
Then when the video came out, I was like, okay.
Right.
Who is that dude? Who is that dude?
Awesome, man. Awesome. I love, man, talking with fellow percussionists and, man, I just want people to really get to know who Stacey Lamont Sydnor is. And tell me, man, where did it all start for you, man, for music, man? First of all, where you from and all of that, man. Give us the background of how you grew into this amazing musician that you are today.
Man, I'm from a little small town, man. I grew up I'm a farm boy. I grew up in Southern Virginia, little town, Halifax, Virginia. Halifax is the county.
Okay.
I grew up in Nathalie and Crystal Hill.
Oh, wow.
My grandma's house and my mama's house. But I grew up farming, man, chasing cows and chickens and horses and pigs. So, and tobacco farming and, getting up hay, feeding everybody, all the animals. That was my life. That's what I grew up doing. Everybody was like, oh, you trending with a cowboy hat. No, I've been wearing a cowboy hat since I was 2.
That's authentic. That's who you are.
I am an active cowboy. I used to have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning when the cows get up and pen. You would hear like, I had the cows out. We was literally have to wake up, put on those shoes right outside, chase the cows back in the pen, get back in the bed at 4, but wake up at because my grandma was like, you better get out that bed. Let's time to go through.
Wow.
That was just the way of life. Yep.
Man, so that.
And of course, I took to drumming.
Yeah.
No, I took to drumming because my dad, my family, everybody I knew were quartet singers.
Okay.
Well, they were all quartet singers. My dad was a quartet drummer, and he sung, and then that's how I got into music.
Wow.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Man, so how old were you when you first started picking up drums and wanting to play drums?
Oh, man. I was, how you are when you a little dude, you like 6, 7, all your big cousins. My cousin Morgan was playing. They were letting you. Every time I sit there thinking somebody was there, here comes the big older guy.
Right. Oh, man.
That was me for a long
Yeah.
time.
But
But my cousin Sherry used to sneak and let me practice on the old Rogers kit.
oh, nice.
I don't think they knew what that was back then, which of course I didn't either. The value of it.
Yeah.
And it would just stay set up in my uncle's basement because that's where they rehearsed at. So she would wait till everybody would leave and sneak. And she would take a broomstick and she would break it and let me practice with the broom handle was blue. I ain't never forget. And I would practice with these broomsticks, this broken broom handle. And that's how I would practice and learn how to play.
Man, that's crazy, man. A broom. So, I mean, obviously those are a lot thicker
Literally.
than drumsticks.
Hey, she was just like, hey, they go downstairs and you can play. And she would let me go play. And then I would watch Hee Haw and emulate all the stuff off of Hee Haw.
Wow.
So when I wasn't doing that, I was, had my pots. I had a made up kit. I had an old truck. I had an old lamp that my mama would throw out and I made that my symbol. I had boxes and buckets. I mean, it was like this. It looked like Fat Albert drum set.
That's cool, man.
So that's literally what I would play on every day. I mean, all day. Don't let it be a snow day. What? Buddy. Joe, my mama.
That's usually how it goes, man. So when was it when either you recognized or somebody in your family recognized, like, okay, wait a minute, there's something there. Like, there's some real talent here.
No, it was my grandma. My grandma, she bought me my first real snare drum for 5th grade when I was joining the little school music program in my elementary school, Scottsburg Elementary. And Mr. Johnny Davis, my first band teacher, God rest his soul, that man was a huge inspiration. Between my grandmother and him, and then my cousin Sherry and Wanda, they literally knew I could play, but no one would believe them. So my grandma, I would be at my grandma's house. She would just let me beat on anything. She didn't care. Just as long as, I was staying out of trouble. I got what I was supposed to get done. She'll let me bring the little radio, box little radio outside and I'll play along the songs. And, then my cousins would sing. We would have a quartet group in the yard. We would play church.
Right. Yeah.
So my grandma and my cousins, then Mr. Johnny Davis, those were the first people that really recognized that I had a little bit of talent, I guess.
Man, so what kind of opportunities were you getting around this time? Like elementary school, going into like middle school, high school, like were you getting a chance to play a lot?
No, I was it embarrassed me so bad. No, they still would let me play. But I would play at the little the elementary school concerts and then my first year, 5th grade, I made all county band as a 5th grader because all I did was practice. Yeah. I didn't want to be in the beginner band. I would be what the big kids were doing in the 7th grade. I was like, wait a minute, I don't play what they play. So I would steal their music and go home. I was stealing out their drum cases and go home and teach myself how to do it.
Wow.
Then I would go back to school, and then one day I just went in there and started playing. And Mr. Davis was like, how you know how to do that? I was like, I just went home and learned it. So he took me out of the beginning class, and he would only teach me by myself.
Wow.
For my 5th and 6th, he would let me play with nobody else for 2 years. Everything I did was just one-on-one with him. Yep, one-on-one with him. And then from there, I just kept growing, man. My uncle would let me come over. And at that point, my uncle started letting me borrow the drum set because between programs, you know how quartet programs, you learn of everything.
Right.
In the band. PA and all PD. And you take everything, hit jerks, load it up. So my dad would keep the drums. So I was set up, and he finally started letting me, I had some drums at the house, and he had no legs on the drums. You don't know what twine is. It's rope we used to use for horses and cows and whatnot. So I would take that and wrap it around the spurs because they had no drum legs. So I would put it on the lug, and then had to put it around the stool so the drums wouldn't tip over, first of all, or
hey, man, you had to do what you had to do.
Good old days, man.
Man, but it's amazing though how the innovation that you had to have back then, how that translates into your approach now. And like, so all that going on, so you get a chance to have a kid at home now. So how old were you when you got your first like real gig?
Man, shucks. Outside of playing in school, doing the jazz band, marching band, and I'm in classical. I took the classical music. That's what my first background really
Okay.
was in the whole classical thing. And timpanis, mallets, all that. But then, like I said, I was in love with country music because that's the only live music that was on. We only got 3 channels. It was ABC, NBC, CBS. That was it. There was nothing else. And so only thing live on TV was Hee Haw.
Yeah.
Soul Train was free tape. I could see that. I said, that man ain't playing no drums. But they like, the boys playing with that. No boys ain't playing no drums. Because they crash it. So
Yeah.
But I didn't want to see that. I just didn't take to it. But once I saw Larry London and Roy Clark and all those dudes was pushing the air. I was like, I'm gonna do that. And then from where I'm from, again, only thing we saw at the little county fair, at the Strawberry Festival, all we heard was bluegrass, country, and southern rock.
Right.
So I'm here, Skinner, Allman Brothers is gods to me. I'm a big Allman Brothers fan. But they were gods to me because that's who I saw play actual live music other than quartet.
Wow.
And then of course for me, Bobo is God.
Yeah.
If you're a quartet musician, you know who Bobo is. For the Fantastic Violin Dance from Detroit, Michigan, with Robert Blair, Bobo was the coldest drummer in quartet gospel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
That's where then my first gig was with this quartet group called the JDW Gospel Singers. My hometown hero, the name was Donald Adams. Sing his face off, but drumming, he was like doing stuff, around where we from. We're like, you can do that on the drums. You go playing 16th on the hi-hat and playing tom fills. What do you do none of that?
Oh, no. Quartet, Why are you playing them toms?
But my dad would literally take it away. Like, he was like, fuck the drum. So I was honored because he was singing and playing like the whole Buddy Miles thing. But then he was like, but my best friends were, and cousins was in the group. He was like, yo, look, cousins can play. Then he brought me up for rehearsal. They was like, oh, cool. So you my drummer. That was like, I was 13, 14 then. So now I became the drummer for this new young, we were like the Soul Seekers when they came out, the young quartet.
Yeah.
We were the Soul Seekers for there, Southern Virginia and North Carolina.
Wow.
We were them back then. And all the young hip kids, teenagers and stuff. And so that was my first gig. And then from there, I just kept going. Because at that point, I had refused to play for my daddy again. He fired me in church when I was 12 in front of, church.
Oh, wow.
Back, got my little girlfriend sitting in the back from school. She in the back. I give the drum. We started the first song. He said, wait. He said, excuse me. The drummer that was just playing. We tried coming up here and playing with us, mama. He said, my boy just learning, he ain't trained right yet with us.
Oh, man.
So, and the church had one entrance. He had one,
man.
And cry. And try make her cry. I want to cry. One move, I can just see her put her head there. I'm trying not to cry.
Oh, my God.
So at that point, I refused to play for my father.
Wow. What did that experience do for you outside of not wanting to play for your father, but did it motivate you to want to like really get better?
Dude, I went hard. When I tell you I went hard, it was a quartet record out at the time that I couldn't go and play with the group. Williams Brothers, Keynote, Violin Band, Tommy Ellison and Five Second Star, the Everetties, Christian Band. It didn't matter. I could literally go and play for them. So I finally got my little recognition. I started playing for Michael Cook, who went to the Mighty Clouds of Joy. His brother's group was the Heavenly Five. They were a regional they toured regionally, just up and down the East Coast. So they asked me to come play for them after they see me playing with the JDW gospel singers. And then my boy Greg, who just passed last week, God bless him, one of my biggest inspirations. He was the keyboard player and one of the background singers. And so he's the one who actually got me in the group. So I started touring with them. And then we was going, I got my first check. I know like $50, but I was like, I'm 15, 16. I'm making, a couple $100 a weekend. That's what my mama making at work.
Oh yeah, you was in there at that point.
I was in there. So at that point, so we played in New York, in Hempstead, New York. I can never forget it. My first time ever going to a big city like that. So, I like whatever. So we get there, and Bobo, my hero, is playing with the Tears of Jubilee.
Wow.
But Bobo didn't make it.
Oh.
They didn't know where Bobo was. So they come downstairs and when we were eating, and they're like, hey, young fella, you know our records. I said, pick one.
Right, pick one. Yeah, that's good.
Pick one. And he started Big Mike. But he was like, all right, okay. Then he took his bass out and had my sticks. So we said, let's go down the live album. We're going to start from the top of the live album and play it down. So we were like the first 4 songs. He was like, you good. Then that became my first real gig.
Wow. Man.
Tears of Jubilee, man.
That's amazing, man. And you were, like you said, you was like 15, 16 years old?
I was 16 at the time. 16 or 17, 16.
Wow.
16. But my mama wouldn't let me tour because I was too young.
Right. And that's wise.
Anytime they were close. Yeah. But anytime they were close, she would let me, I would go play when Bobo could make it. I was
Yeah. Man, okay.
Then my first next gig was a country band. A country band was next.
All right.
Yeah,
so
band called Infinity.
Infinity. Okay. So your foundation is quartet, country music. That is what you would say is like your foundational, what you love to do.
Yes. Yep. And that and then straight ahead jazz, because from the Damon Brown, he's a bassist. That man, I owe the 40 to 50% of what I do to him. He took me under his wing when Herman Braid, another Halifax County drumming great who went on to play for the U.S. Army Band, was somebody I looked up to from a classical standpoint. And then he was like Dave Weckl, just technically perfect. Just technically perfect. So he couldn't make, that's how I got the gig, because he couldn't make this stage play called Anything Goes. It's a musical, Broadway musical. And it was touring, so they would pick up bands from the union, and then, but like I said, Herman couldn't make it because he had went off to the Army. So they were like, there's this high school kid who can read music really well and play. So I showed up, I walked in the pit, and there's like timpani, mallards, drum sets, snares, anything. But I thought it was a whole section. So I'm like, so when everybody else get here, he's like, oh, that's all for you. So he saw the look on my face. And then from that day forward, he started taking me to his house. And when I tell you that man put me through music boot camp.
Oh, wow.
That's what really got me on a trajectory of being a professional musician, because at that point I was going to play baseball and basketball. Man. Yeah, my thing was sports.
Yeah. No, and that tracks with a lot of professional musicians. It's like either one, sports world or being a professional musician. And man, now it's starting to make a lot of sense to me now, seeing and watching a lot of your videos and seeing the complexity in which that you approach what you do. Like, there's not a lot of guys who could be authentic both on playing drum set and then to play percussion like you do. It's like a distinct, like, okay, you're like legit in both. Not a lot of people can do that. So would you?
That was David's fault.
Okay, and that's what I was going to ask. Like, it sounds like you were not forced, but he just taught you a lot. Like you just learned
No,
everything.
I will go on record to say it. I was forced.
Okay, okay.
And I want him to, and he's going to watch this.
Okay.
I was forced.
Hey, thank you for forcing him.
But I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah, man.
No, this is what he would do. All right. He was back then, you know, I don't know how old you are, but
44. I'm 44.
back then, everything was okay. You look younger than me. So everything was done on cassette tape, you know, at that point. So he would make these cassette tapes. He's like, all right, you're going to learn every song on these tapes. But of course, it's front and back. Ain't no line of those because he made these.
Yeah.
He does these tapes. You know, you hit the two buttons. It's the record button. So, but I never knew what the next song was. So whatever genre or whatever the song was, I had to learn that song verbatim, correct tuning, phrasing. So if it's a solo, I had to solo in that genre. And then he would go to I couldn't move to the next song until I mastered that song. Then we get to the next song, I might have played Allman Brothers. The next song might be Miles Davis, Bitches.
Wow.
The next song might be James Brown. The next song, Ohio Players. Next song, Led Zeppelin. Next song, Confederate Railroad. Next song, Dolly Parton. You know what I'm saying? But you never know what the next song was or the genre. Yeah. But we would stop. I would listen to it. Okay. How would you approach it? I would have to retune the drums.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to approach it according to what the song was.
Wow.
And then the independence came from, I didn't know the Allman Brothers had two drummers and a percussion player.
Right.
I thought it was one dude.
So you learned all these parts.
I thought it was the one dude. I went, oh, Congress over here. You know, I'm playing Congress with my left hand.
Yeah.
I got the drum set part and tambourines over here. And so I just thought it was all one dude. We never see him on TV.
Right.
So, and won't no YouTube.
Right.
It won't no Instagram and all that. We can go and look at it. You know.
Yeah.
It was a little tape.
And you had to use your ears, man, to decipher and pick out all that stuff, man. That's a great talent, man, first of all, and just your dedication to really dig deep and pull all that stuff out of you, man. That's amazing. That is incredible.
You don't know Damon.
Right.
He was standing over behind and give me these big looks, man. He don't let me get off the broom. Oh, the broom wavers a little bit. Oh my God. It was rough.
Man, but that shaped.
But it was dope though. I'm grateful.
Yeah, it shaped you into the musician you are today, man. Because, man, I tell you, when I saw you play, I watched the program and then I saw YouTube. Like I guess you were like your phone video or something from the performance, and just watching how you approached every part, and it's just like you just explained. Like you were taking all the parts that were recorded and put them in the right places and playing them all at the same time. And it felt so good. And on top of that, man, your personality is
Thank you.
Your personality is big, and that comes out in your playing, and you are just exciting to watch. First of all,
thank you, man.
It's so exciting to watch. It's a joy actually to watch you use your gift, man. Where does that come from, man?
Thank you. Same to you, though. Same to you, too, man. You happy with you back there. And you can sit down.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, depend.
But a little bit about for you, because there weren't no other brothers. Nobody played percussion like that but Javier.
True.
It's gospel.
Yeah. Me and Javier was the only ones for a long time. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I applaud you. Yes, sir. But nah, man, it comes from, man, honestly, like I said, and go-go music, by the way, is when I was 12 years old. My cousin moved to D.C. and brought me back a rare essence, Junkyard and Chuck Brown board
there
tapes.
Go.
Changed my life about pocket forever.
There it is.
FYI.
Yeah.
Well, say
there it is.
But nah, man, I'm happy because man, I grew up. People understand. I grew up with no plumbing, we got on water from a spring in the woods,
Wow.
like a freshwater spring. We would walk down the hill with a bucket, pour the water out, bring it back up the hill, and that same water was for drinking, cooking, washing clothes, taking baths in a foot tub that we heated on the stove. You know, I'm like, man, I grew up doing that. I play drums for a living. Why I not be bad about
Hey,
this?
man, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I travel the world on somebody else's dime. I'm staying in 5-star hotels next door. Most time my room is better than the person I'm staying next door to, who just pays $500 a night to be in the same place I am, getting paid to be with per
Yes.
diem to eat with.
Yeah.
No, man, don't be mad about it.
Man, that's awesome, bro. That's so true, man. You know, and to be able to live the life that we live and to play in the places we play, it's just a blessing, man. And for you, man, like, you know, what are you doing right now? Like, in fact, tell us where you are right now, like the studio you're in and what you're working on.
Right now, I'm at Harmony Hill Studios. Me and my best friend, Michael Corrado, we were in the Marine Corps together. We served together. We played music together. We traveled the road. We slept on the floor of the van. We slept 8, 6, 7 people to one hotel room. Many nights in no hotel room. Cold, wet, bologna sandwiches, the whole nine. We had a rock band together after the Marine Corps. Years ago, we was like, we're going to retire. We're going to be in the same city one day when we get older. And we made it happen in Nashville. And he moved up here. He's always had a studio in his house. So when he got here, when he bought this property, it came with a barn. This man gutted this whole barn and turned it into it's an Airbnb. It's an event center.
Wow.
It's going to be an amphitheater. We have a full studio. We have a writing room for writing retreats. The whole nine, man. Him, John Laster, and Josh Burns. These are guys I came up with back in my Marine Corps days, back in the and we all became best friends. They put this beautiful facility together and by hand.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I wasn't here to do a lot of the hammering and nailing because I was torn.
Okay.
Like, I work a lot. Thank you, Jesus. I work a lot. And so they have this beautiful facility that I get to call my home and my own as well. And we're here producing records. We make records. Mike is on the board of this record label called A Hero Records. It's a record label for active duty military, veterans, first responders.
Oh, that's amazing.
And everything, and it's distributed by Sony. All of the stuff is distributed by Sony. And so I'm the house guy. I'm one of the house producers, drummers, percussionists, comedian, chefs, because I cook a lot.
Okay.
Stuff. So that's rent. The label is run out of here. And then from the label side, then like I said, then we bring artists in and do podcasts, everything here. You know, everything. Today, after we finish, I got to record a gospel track for a producer in LA. Then I got to do 2 country tracks after that.
Yeah.
I got to go do for a couple country tracks. Yeah, so we do everything here.
Hey, man.
Mix and master. We don't master yet. We don't master, but we do mix here, and we do full band production. He's down there running lines now to get ready for this because I got to do percussion on the gospel joint. For some reason, black people don't call me to play drums. Hey, black people, I play gospel and I play R&B. Call me, man. I play that stuff. And all people, they only call me on percussion, which I feel grateful. Yeah. I'm grateful. Trust me. I'm happy to be a part of the number. Hello. Thank you, Daniel Moore, for putting me on TV again.
Yeah. Shout out to Daniel Moore, man. Daniel's a great guy, man. I'm gonna have him on here soon, hopefully. Man, but hey, look,
that's my brother.
Absolutely, man. But man, you just like to have a place to where you can like come home. You said this is your home. To be able to record, to do whatever
I have
you
a whole corner You don't understand. There is a literal corner in the main tracking room. That's the Lamont corner.
Yeah.
Everything is always white, set up, full drum rig, full percussion rig. I got percussion stuff hanging on the wall, snare drum, everything's high. It's all behind.
That's a blessing. That is a blessing, man. Especially in Nashville.
It's a
Especially
blessing.
in Nashville too. I'm definitely, man. Next time I'm up there, man. If you're in town, I'm gonna hit you up, man. We gotta connect.
Come on, you got to come down.
Yeah, man. I gotta.
You gonna play on something, so I ain't gotta do it.
Hey, look, man. Look, I'll be happy to.
I'm gonna sit right here.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let that thing come here.
No, we gonna work it out.
You know
What's
what?
up?
As a matter of fact, you gonna play on my record with me.
Let's go. Let's do it.
No, I'm sending you something this week. Don't play with me.
Hey, you tell me. I will come up to Nashville.
It's my first solo record.
Okay.
It's my first solo record. It's called Duets.
Oh, nice.
It's drums and whoever.
I love it. Yeah.
That's it. It's duet. It's called drums, drum duality. Some crazies I came up with. But
hey,
yeah.
Yo, I would be honored, and bro, you tell me if you want me to come up there, I'll do it. I'm there. I would be honored. Thank you.
Man, I'm sure your setup you got is cold at home. I'm more than positive.
Hey, you know what? I get it done. That's what I say. I can get it done.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man,
I'm all about working efficiently.
Yeah.
Let's work efficiently.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's what, man, for me, I tell most of my clients, like, I'm not schlepping around my percussion gear around town for those studio sessions. Y'all gonna send the files to me, I'm gonna do them at home, and that's it. Cause
especially if my stuff sounds better, you know, already.
Exactly.
If we ain't at East West or Berry Hill here in Nashville or East West of LA or, you know, I want the people, you know, please, I ain't coming over there.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Not doing it. But again, I'm thankful that I can even do it at home. That's a blessing, and it's amazing, man.
Yeah, man, from not even ever owning a real drum set until I was older, like to this, please, man. This is why I'm so happy. Go get it, man. I'm truly a happy dude all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
So
this is every day.
So you said though that you work all the time. You're always touring. You're always recording. What do you do for your downtime to kind of help you recharge?
Man, hang with fam, man. You know, my daughter and her mom, hang with them, man, man, I got 2 daughters.
Okay.
And a granddaughter.
Oh yeah, man.
And I adopted my first daughter.
Okay.
And when she was 6, and I made the second one the old-fashioned way.
Yes, sir.
You know, so that's downtime, you know. Yeah. That's downtime. This is downtime to me. This is not work.
It really is not.
Me and Mike, we get in here, man. You know, we might sip on something, and we sit in here, we laughing, we joking, we go outside, and we go shoot some guns out in the backyard.
Oh yeah, y'all having a good time, man.
We country boys, though. That's what I say. Everybody be like, this is a fact. No, country.
That's who you are. Yeah, that's authentic.
This is who
Absolutely.
I am. This is authentic. So that's what I do for downtime, man. You know?
Yeah.
Like going to my daughter's games and going, movies. Like I'm a big movie head, and I can only watch them in Dolby.
Okay.
If they're not in Dolby, I can't watch.
Okay. All right.
So that's my little treat.
All right. Speaking of Dolby, are y'all mixing in Dolby in y'all place right now?
Right now we are. Yes,
that's
sir.
awesome. How is it for you?
It's beautiful,
as a consumer? You like to enjoy things in Dolby. How is it now being able to work and record and mix in that format?
Well, it just gives you, I don't know, it just gives you a wider space to work in to me, phonically,
Yeah.
and the projects you can actually bring in and work on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't work on those projects.
Yeah.
You know, that's a special lane, you know. So that just opens you up for another avenue of income that you might not have would have been able to get if you weren't capable to do it. Like I said, we just shot a movie here. What was that? 3 weeks ago? About a month ago. A movie was shot outside. We had people hanging from the roofs, and they got people flying. Like,
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
I love it, man.
Yeah, man. So it's beautiful, man.
That's good, man. Are you doing any engineering, mixing, or anything like that?
I mix with my ears. My brother Mike, my boy John, they the fingers. I'm here. I'm all ears. I like, they be like, hey, what do we need for this? I can tell you exactly what we need. I can't do it, which is my fault. I've never really got into the technical side from but I ran sound. I can run front house with the best stuff. Still to this day. But that's my engineering thing. If I'm an engineer, I'm a live engineer. Like your uncle. Is that your uncle or your father?
With Fred? Ray would, he's Fred. So Fred is my uncle through marriage. So Ray would kind of like be my uncle-in-law kind of thing. Or
Gotcha. So just like him, I'm this, but front house. I know he mixes his front house mix is crazy.
Yeah.
His front house mixes are crazy. But Mike and my boys, man, they can. And Nathan Kevin Teasley, who's my other best friend from back in Virginia, who's now in L.A. Those dudes are masters at that, and I can record myself.
Oh, good.
But I can record myself, but I let experts be experts.
Yeah. You know what? I always say that drummers usually make really good sound engineers anyway. I don't know why. It just is.
Correct.
This is one of those things. Yeah, man.
First of all, if the drum mix sucks, the rest of the mix is terrible.
Absolutely. And I think that's why.
Yeah.
I think that's why, because we know how the drum should sound. And when that foundation is there, then
drums and bass.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Listen, man, I'm not gonna hold you much longer, but I do gotta ask you a question. I know people who are watching this, they see this thing sitting in the back right here, this championship belt from WWE. I found out that you were a wrestling aficionado like myself. So when did the love for wrestling come in for you?
When I was 5 years old, man. Saturday, Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, Ric Flair, man, and Jay Youngblood, Sergeant Slaughter, Ernie the Cat Ladd, man, Thunderbolt Patterson, Sweet Ebony Diamond, or AKA Rocky Johnson, Tony Atlas, Ray Stevens, Paul Jones, Brad Rasky. I've been watching wrestling and going to wrestling matches since I was 5 years old.
Wow. Man, shout out to Thunder.
When they was in the little high school.
Yeah. Shout out to Thunderbolt Patterson, who just got inducted into the Hall of Fame this past weekend. Yeah, at WrestleMania.
I was wondering why. I didn't get it until they told the backstory of how he fought for equal rights for blacks in wrestling. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Now, anytime I come across another musician who loves wrestling, man, that is like the best for me, because I can't explain it. People ask, why you like wrestling? I don't know, man. It's the best form of entertainment ever.
I don't know. It's my go dumb time, as I call it. This is me going dumb.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man.
And then, because growing up the way we grew up, man, we thought it was real. Back then, it was more real. They didn't hang out. The good guys didn't hang with the bad guys, not in public.
Right. That's true.
And them dudes, when you saw them in the grocery store, they acted exact same. They acted the same. They never broke character. It was back then. It was different. It was just
Yeah, them territory
the
days.
world was different. But I still love
Yeah.
it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I do. I don't. I mean, like I said, I go in and out. I go in and out now, depending on what's happening. Because I was boycotted for a long time because we have no black people winning
Right.
stuff. After they did Booker T wrong, that messed me up for a while.
Yeah, that was wrong.
But Booker T lost that match at WrestleMania. That. Yeah. I went away for a while. I missed all the John Cena years.
Wow. Okay.
Man, I think, man, but it did Booker T. Booker T is my all-time favorite wrestler. And I'm like, this dude was athletic, great on the mic, looked better than all half of them jokers, and they couldn't move like him, but yet you gonna let that happen like that? And then the stuff they would talk about in them promos back then was on the borderline of like straight up racist stuff, and then you gonna have him lose?
Yeah, man, that was a raw deal.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it was.
That was a raw deal.
Man.
And you got to give my brother Mike on this podcast. He's sitting over there. He just came and sat down. But he's on the board of A Hero Records. He's the curator of this beautiful facility with this beautiful Triton 24 board and mind brain behind Harmony Hill Studios down here in Shelbyville. So you got to get him on this podcast. He can tell you all about A Hero Records and all the great stuff we doing with first responders, active duty military, veterans, and all the good stuff, man.
And
he turns the buttons when I'm playing the drum.
Yeah, man. No, I would love to have him on, man. We will set that up, man, once we get off this call. But, man, I just want to give you the opportunity, man, just if you have any advice for any up-and-coming musicians, drummers, percussionists that want to be in a position to be able to do what you are doing and what you have done in your career, man, what would you say to these musicians, man?
All right. My boy Damian Farmer, he said this a few weeks ago. When you coming up learning music, especially black musicians, we were hoodwinked. They teach us, we learn all the licks, the chops, the biggity baggity boogity, we do all that. But we got to learn how to groove. We got to learn how to stay in the pocket. We got to learn how to play parts. We got to learn how to be professional. We have to learn how to talk to people. We have to learn how to be talked to. We have to learn punctuality. We have to learn some business practice. I went to school. My degrees are in business. Wow. I have 2 degrees, one in management and one in human resources. And go learn business. Because the music industry is unforgiving. Yeah. And these artists look at me. These artists are not your friends.
No, they are not.
They are your bosses. Yep. Stop trying to be their homies. They will fire you tomorrow.
Yep.
Quick. Someone could be cheaper. It's always going to be somebody better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how you look. It's going to be somebody better than you. I don't care what nobody say. It's going to be somebody better. So you can't keep them like you the baddest dude on the planet because Breed X and all these young boys are coming up, Game, Sticks, Brutus, Gerard Brutus Jr., they think was smacking Aaron Ross. So you can't think you're the baddest cat on the planet. You got to be humble. You got to have some sense of spirituality and connection with God so you can pray and you can have discernment over gigs you should take, gigs you shouldn't take. People you should associate with in terms of even just hanging with, and people you shouldn't hang with.
Right. Or
situations that you might try to run down and get in, and then you shouldn't be in those. You need to get out of those.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. Those are the biggest. I know it's a lot, but you need all that to be successful and operate in this industry. You got to have thick skin.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you got to have real thick skin because you're going to get your feelings hurt. Your feelings going to get hurt, and you got to say, cool. You got to take it on the chin, get up, and go right back at it. And be consistent. Whatever it is you're doing, be consistent. Practice. Be consistent. Mm-hmm. If you want to be a tour manager, be consistent at organizing. If you want to be a production manager, be consistent at putting things in order. If you want to be an engineer, be consistent at learning every part of your craft. to your the highest power of learning it. You got to be consistent and push it forward to always continue learning. If you're a drummer, learn every genre. You know, don't look down on people. I know a lot of cats are like, you know how to read. Oh man, I'm about to need to do all that. I play by ear. You brag because hey, you just lost out on a whole set of income that you would never be able to get. You know, I mean,
wow.
That's just my 2 cents, you know, and don't be so blind to other people's music and learning from drummers you think that are worse than you. Like, please, they might have had the chops you got, but can you go play that shuffle like he just played that shuffle?
Right.
Can you go play that train beat? Can you go play that samba or that bossa nova? Can you do that? Or the songo or something? Or can you play in 9? Can you play in 7, 13?
Right.
You know, but you think they're lording you, but can you do what they're doing? You can learn from everybody. So that's my
absolutely, man. That is such wise advice, man, and it's much needed, man. And I appreciate you as a person, as an amazing musician, and just thank you for your gift, man. I really do appreciate what you are doing, and for the world to see, man. So
thank you I'm honored.
Yeah, man. No, it's been
honored you asked me to come on here, man.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure, man. It's definitely a blessing.
As you can see, I can talk all day, so you better cut this off.
Hey, no, we gonna have other opportunities for sure, man. But I'm grateful that you were able to come in the studio with me. And listen, everybody that's out there listening, if you're watching this on YouTube, man, please like and subscribe.
Oh, this is live?
This is not live. No, we're taping.
Wait. This is live?
No, not live. No. I'm just trying to get the people.
These are what I talked about the music.
You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for us. Yeah. But like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to this channel, please. Because I want to bring more and more guests like Stacey Lamont Sydnor on here, y'all. Where you at on YouTube?
My name, Stacey Lamont Sydnor, not Snyder. Sydnor. IG is my company name, SLS_entertainment.
Yes, y'all, please
sir.
Check out his content. You will be blessed. Trust me. It's amazing. And again, y'all, thank y'all for this time. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time in the studio.
Yes, sir.